Hi everyone, it's Carrie with My Friends Call Me Martha, and yes, I got that nickname because I like to be crafty and I'm in the kitchen a lot, so my friends used to tease me that I was Martha Stewart. I am here today with a new product from the mini catalog. It's called the Country Bouquet, and it comes with a photopolymer stamp set and then a punch, which I love a good punch bundle. So I actually used a card that was in the catalog and I cased it, and so this is what we are going to make today. So I did get new lighting from Santa Claus, so hopefully the lighting is a little bit better today. I'm also going to go get brighter lights for my lamp that I have here so that I can hopefully make it a little bit brighter. So hopefully you guys agree that the color looks a little bit better. So I love the patterns of paper. I actually used two different sets. So there's this cute, adorable Valentine's Day set, which I'm forgetting the name, so let me go get the original package. So that's one side, and those are the others. So this one is called the Country Floral Lane paper. It comes 12 by 12. I've just cut it to 6 by 6 to make it a little bit easier to handle. And then I'm also using some of the patterns from the Country Gingham 6 by 6 paper. So this bundle is great. It comes with all these fun gingham patterns, which are adorable for spring. Okay, and then some other supplies that I have out is, this is some new ribbon. I got some linen thread. That's what that was. And then I used two different die cutting bundles. This is the split texture dies and then my rectangle stitch dies to kind of get this fun little background. There's actually a die set that cuts a really unique one, but I don't have that yet. So when I saw this in the catalog, I was like, I know what I can make that's similar. So I used the stitch dies. So here, let's move all of this out of the way. I hope everyone had a nice holiday. If this is the first time you're joining me, welcome. Would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I'm just over 500 subscribers. So I've already gone ahead and die cut this because it can be quite messy. And you can see I've got a few more little pieces that I gotta cut out. This I run through my die cutting machine like 2 or 3 times just to make sure that it evenly cuts everything. It's one of those that you definitely want to run it through more than once or you're not going to be happy with how it comes out. And then the other texture one is more of like a floral design. So I'm just going to tuck this away so I don't lose it. And to start, I'm just going to really kind of just do like a random shape. There really doesn't have to be anything fancy about it. And I actually might do my next card with a little bit bigger piece. So that is the first thing we need. And then I am going to switch it up. I am going to use Sweet Sorbet for my card base. So my card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And I always recommend scoring cardstock. It just makes it for a nice, crisper, even fold. And it's worth taking that extra second to do it. Now for this card here, I did 4-inch strips by 7/8 of an inch. And then for this pile here, I have strips that range from 4 down to I think like 3 1/4. I kind of did varying lengths just because I want to play around and make this design a little bit different. And then to show you how great, one of the patterns that comes in the set coordinates perfectly with the punch. So it cuts out the kind of like the little leaves and your 2 heart images all in one punch. So I love that. We're not going to use the leaves, but I will save these because you never know what other project I might do in the future. And I actually have another, I already had cut out these ones, so let's see, I might use extra hearts. And then I'm just going to kind of play around with the layout. and the patterns. And to make it easier, I think sorry, I have to can't talk and think at the same time. I might actually only use 5 and leave kind of some space in between. So I think that's what I'm going to do. For this, I use liquid glue. And my liquid glue seems to be creating some blobs. And I like using liquid glue because it gives you an extra second to kind of move papers around before you commit to them. And you're going to see here, I'm going to kind of do things uneven because it makes it a little bit easier than trying to match up exactly. I was kind of driving myself crazy. But if you want to do them even and straight across, you're going to have a little bit better luck if you use liquid glue. Okay, and let's see. I think I'm going to do one more. Okay. All right, so I do like the look of that. I think it's quite fun. And let's get our sentiment stamped. Again, I'm going to use Sweet Sorbet. And this rectangle is from the rectangle stitch dies, and I didn't measure it, but you can kind of figure that out if you have that set. Again, any shape is going to work for this. And there's actually some other sentiments in here that you may want to use. I love that we are friends. I think that one is sweet. I love you with love. Any of those will look good on the front of the card. Oh, that stamped much better this time. And just to show you, I am gonna, those two hearts are together, and which is great. Even if you just want the one heart, it works out because, hold on, I want to do this like this, so it works with my punch. So it's perfectly spaced. And I do kind of like how it has the, what am I trying to say? Like the varying patterns. It's not like solid, and it's darker in some spots and lighter in another. I love that look. Okay, and there's like a weird mark on my sheet there. Now, to get this down, all as I did was kind of, I used my Seal Plus, and I knew it was going to be covered. Actually, like that. Okay, and then I took this fun, it's like a stitched, like burlap ribbon, and I just zigzag it. And I'm just going to kind of use that kind of as my guide. It is using a lot of ribbon, which kind of breaks my heart, but I think the look in the end looks so nice that it's okay for every once in a while to make a special card that uses lots of ribbon. And again, I'm just going to put kind of another little layer of the Seal Plus. And do just kind of want to make sure it overlaps enough so that it grabs some of the adhesive. And if you have to, you want to just put another, oh. Okay. Now to put our sentiment on, I am going to use dimensionals. And then I also am going to show you guys this great technique that I just watched. She's one of the artisan designers for Stampin' Up! So she does like really fancy, beautiful cards that you see on Stampin' Up's page. And she did this like faux, and I think I kind of want to just go a little bit over this way just to kind of break up that straight edge. But she did a faux bow with glue dots. So I know sometimes everyone is like struggling to, and I lost my little roll of mini glue dots. Let's see if I can find another one. Those are very many. Here we go. Okay, so instead of like trying to tie a knot, it also helps like to not add bulk. So you basically start your bow, so that's going to be like my tail. Then I'm going to make my loop and make sure that like sticks. And then make another. Sometimes you just want to go with the ribbon. The thread is on that tube, so it sometimes doesn't want to lay straight. And then you do your other loop, then cut it off, and then I'm going to use this to kind of help me, and put the other side on the other glue dot so you make sure it holds. And then just put it on your project. So it's like a faux bow technique, which I just thought was so cool, because sometimes we struggle like making a knot, so that just covers it. And then I'm going to use a mini dimensional for this little heart. Another great thing you can do with this punch is just use your patterned paper to cut out some hearts, which I actually kind of like that. But I am going to use the side I intended to. And I'm just going to kind of cover that up, and then I'm going to use a regular size dimensional on the bigger heart. So I am like super excited to be playing with some non-Christmas things. I was kind of Christmased out. I had a lot of orders and stuff, and I was very overwhelmed at the end, and I didn't want to play with Christmas stuff. So I'm happy to see some spring colors. Oh, there's my glue dots that I was missing. I thought it was another stamp pad under there. All right, so now these tails are kind of a little bit long, so you might want to trim them a little bit. But if you're sticking it in like a gift bag or whatever and not an envelope, it's good. So you'll have to let me know which one you kind of like, if you are more of a even symmetrical person, which this is totally my personality, but I got like upset because they weren't perfectly straight. Whereas this, I like that it intentionally looks, I don't know what the words are that I'm trying to use. So anyways, Happy New Year. I hope that you will join me again. I will post videos again next Sunday, and don't be surprised if you don't see another Valentine's Day project. All right, take care, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.